Hey everybody, I'm back with my weekly chat video, and I'm just going to warn you there's going to be a lot of puppy talk in this video. And before I get into that though, I wanted to say a great big thank you to every single person who left me such beautiful comments. I really appreciated those on the puppy vlog and the last week's chat video where I did the surprise reveal of the puppies. Thank you guys so much. That meant so much to me. I love these little girls so much. I feel like they're my children. I realize they're dogs, but I love them. And then when I see that you guys are loving them as well, it means so much to me. A lot of you have asked to see the puppies in future videos, and of course, they're definitely going to be seen in future videos. And I decided for right now, they'll be shown in each week's chat videos, and then throughout the videos that I do, they may make appearances in different videos. It just depends on the video, but definitely look forward to seeing them in each chat video each week. So I've got them in my lap right now. Let me see who's who. It's so funny. I do have to look at their noses sometimes to figure out which one is which, because Chanel is considered a dapple. They're both black and tan, and Chanel is a dapple because of the spot on her nose. And then I noticed later after I did the chat video that she also has spots on the pads of her feet. So I'll show those to you as well. So let me get her up. She's right here. I think Coco's fallen asleep. So here's Chanel right there. You see the spot on her nose? Let me see if you can see. She's probably not going to cooperate, but I don't know if that's coming in clear or not, and she's not cooperating very well. But she's got some pink spots on the pad of her feet, or pads of her feet. Some of them, most of the, at least of the black and tan dachshunds, always have the black pads on their feet, but she's got some pink ones as well. And she got those from her dad. And Chanel is the larger of the two puppies. And let me just show you more of her from the side so you can see that's how big she is right now. They are 7 weeks old today. And so there she is. Let me show you Coco, then I will tell you more about the week and what's been going on right now. Let me wake her up. Here's Coco. There she is. And let's hold her from the side. She's not going to like this too much, but there she is right there from the side. So if you can see the comparison, I know I'm not holding them up at the same time. She is a little bit smaller than Chanel. So there's Coco. I'm going to put them back in my lap, but I will show them throughout the video so you guys can continue to see them. So I thought I would just kind of go through the week a little bit with the puppies, and then we're going to get into other things. So for those of you who are really not interested in the puppies, I'm sorry. I am going to talk about other things, but it's going to be after the puppies. But I'm really not that sorry, honestly. I don't know why I said that, because I love these little girls so much that I am actually thrilled to be talking about them. So brought them home last Saturday, so I've had them for a week. They are 7 weeks old today. And I know someone showed some concern that I brought them home too soon. And I have to tell you, I was a little concerned as well. I thought puppies went to their new homes around 8 weeks old. And I did speak with several different people that I consider the quote-unquote puppy professionals, and they said it's absolutely normal for puppies to go to their new home at 6 weeks. As long as they're eating well and things are going well, it is perfectly fine. Several different people have told me that. So that kind of, helped my fears and concerns out as well, and they adjusted beautifully. They didn't really seem to miss their mom that much. I know when I got my first dachshund, I got her at 8 weeks old, and she passed away a few years ago, but it was a tough adjustment with her missing her mom, and she hated the car ride. It was just a nightmare bringing her home. I mean, I really don't mean a nightmare, but she hated the car ride and never liked being in the car after that ride. She hated being in the car. These two don't really seem to mind it. And so brought them home last Saturday. Oh, bless you. One of them just sneezed. And then Monday, I took them to the vets. And I will admit being very, very nervous for that first vet visit, because I thought, oh my goodness, what if the vet finds something wrong with them? I'll just be devastated. Thankfully, they got a clean bill of health with one exception, they did have an ear infection, which I absolutely thought they did before we went, because they were scratching their ears excessively, especially Chanel. She had it worse. And so the vet cleaned their ears out, and they are on, I do these ear, I don't know, it's not really drops, but I've got this little squeezy bottle that I squeeze not a vaccination, antibiotic. Oh my goodness, my mind just went blank. I do that and then just massage their ears, and so they're doing a lot better with that regards. And then, but other than that, they did pretty well at the vet. Chanel did not handle the thermometer very well. Coco was fine with it. Coco hated having her ears cleaned, and Chanel was fine with that. So, different things with different of the puppies. So I will tell you, for those of you who own dogs or pet owners of any kind, and especially puppies, you're going to go through a lot of work. They're a lot of work. I love these little girls so much, but just be warned, I know the ones of you who do have them, you know what I'm talking about. For those of you who do not have pets or never had pets, or maybe you're contemplating getting some puppies or something, just be aware it is a lot of work when you first get them. They have to be trained. So we've been working on potty training this week, and they have made huge messes. I'm like, by the time they get potty trained, the entire hardwood floor in the whole house will probably be cleaned at some point, because whenever the need strikes them, they just go. And I'm learning that, I'm having to basically train myself too, that when they wake up, you take them straight to the puppy pads. When, after they eat, within a few minutes, straight to the puppy pads. Different times, basically the big thing is when they first wake up, that's when they need to go. And, pretty close after they eat, they need to go. And Coco's a little funny. When she needs to go poo, she does this thing. I hope she doesn't mind me talking about her. Of course, she will never know, but she will drag her bottom on the ground and start sniffing. And I mentioned that she was doing that to the vet, and the vet didn't seem concerned. But that's when she has to go to the bathroom. You know what I mean? So I have learned that the best thing to do with that when she does it is the puppy papers are in the bathroom. I know this is getting graphic. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry if this is grossing anybody out, but I'm just trying to be honest with you guys. I will put her in there on the puppy pad and close the bathroom door and let her do her business. And I started doing that with Chanel as well. And I've been having a lot of successes, or me and the puppies have been having a lot of successes with that. But they're still learning, and there's going to be a long learning period as well. One thing they haven't learned is to get themselves to the bathroom where the puppy pads are right now. They will go on them if I put them on it, but when they feel the need to go, they will not take themselves in there. They just go. So I'm trying to really watch them closely and make sure that I get them there, when I think they need to be going. I keep looking down because they're so cute. Let me show you Chanel right here. There she is again. She was just relaxing, and I was petting her, and they're getting really sleepy. I did wake them up to film this video. I will tell you that. So I thought I would share a little bit of their personalities, and I realize they're dogs, so probably using the term personality is not the correct thing to do, but we're going to use personality for lack of a better word. So I thought I would tell you how their personalities are different. And we'll just start with Chanel. She is the bigger puppy. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Chanel weighed in at 1.6 pounds on Monday when I took her to the vet, or took them to the vet. And Coco weighed in at 1.2 pounds. And they have already grown so much this week. I know they have gained a little bit of weight. They're eating well. They love to eat. And they're getting puppy food. I've already transitioned over to the permanent food, or at least the permanent puppy food that I'm going to be using, or the permanent brand. I do Blue Buffalo. Thank you, Melissa, for letting me know about that brand. The breeder had them on Purina Healthy Morsel Puppy Chow, so I've transitioned them off of that and gone straight into the Blue Buffalo now. They're eating very well. So anyway, thought we'd get into some of their personalities. So Chanel is very vocal. She I start using the term screech because that's what it starts sounding like. She yips enough for both of them to let you know when she is ready to get out of her crate. I am trying to train them. It's not going very well. I'm just being honest with you guys. Coco does perfect with a crate. No issue with it whatsoever. Chanel does not. I don't know if, you know, they can't talk, so they really can't tell me, but I've been trying to put them in the crate every night. They don't stay in the crate all day long, just at night, and they're good for a couple hours when I put them in there, and then Chanel will start yipping really loud enough for both of them that I think sometimes the neighbors might be able to hear her. So I've been woken up many times this week, and it's tiring. It is. So normally when she's yipping like that, she has to go to the bathroom. Both of them do. So we've had accidents, and we've made it to the puppy pads, and then they're hungry. And so I've been trying to feed them 3 times a day, but sometimes it does go into 4 times because they are so hungry when they wake up, and she will not stop yipping until she gets something to eat. So it is just the way it is. But so she's very vocal. She is they're both very loving. They love to be petted. They love to be picked up. They're both really spoiled right now. Chanel, I would say, is a bit of a more drama queen, I would say, than Coco. She is demanding. She has shown some toy aggression with Coco, and that's something I know I'm going to have to work on that with them. They've not shown any food aggression whatsoever, but there has been some toy aggression where I have this monkey, and you will see it in the puppy haul if you want to watch the puppy haul on Wednesday. And they were both playing with the monkey, and Chanel snapped at Coco to get her to let go of the monkey. So the monkey's bigger than they are. So there was plenty of the monkey to go around, but anyway. Coco, on the other hand, is extremely laid back, and did seem to be a little bit delayed in behind Chanel, but she is quickly caught up and is learning a lot herself. I'm going to have to move them around just a little bit. And while I'm speaking of Coco, let's look at her right now. So she is extremely laid back. She's barely whines. You almost never hear a peep out of her, just a little bit here and there. She loves to eat a little bit more than her sister. I do believe she eats longer than her sister. I don't know if she's eating more, but she stays at the food bowl a lot longer. They both love to play so much, and they love to fight with each other, and both of them will attack the other one. Sometimes I think somebody does get hurt because I've heard yipping, and I'm not sure who's hurt who. With Coco being a little bit bigger, she does have a little bit of advantage when they're fighting like that, but it's kind of play fighting. And so if it does get like a lot aggressive, I will break that up if they start doing really aggressive fighting. So let's see, what else, Coco? She has quickly started learning a lot this week. And I would thought she was going to be a little bit ignorant. Let me just tell you, I hate to talk bad about her, but she definitely seemed to be not as smart as Chanel, as much as I hate to say that. But you have really learned really fast. She's got something on her nose right there. She's definitely learned a lot this week, and she's doing a lot better with that. But she's just really laid back. But her attention span seems to be shorter. She can't concentrate as long as Chanel does. I have tried to get a little treat and get them to sit. Chanel did it right off the bat, and Coco not so much. She couldn't pay attention to the treat. So just things like that with their personalities coming through. But they do love each other a lot. Right now they're crawled on top of each other. Coco just crawled on top of Chanel in my lap. So they are just the sweetest things. I love them so much. And I have been posting a lot of photos on Instagram, so if you want to see puppy photos like at least once a day, if not more, take a look at my Instagram page. I believe I always have it linked below. So that's pretty much what's going on with the puppies this week. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't know. If you want to ask me any questions, just leave a comment below about them. I'm sure I can't remember. There's so much other stuff, but that's it for now. Oh, one other thing. The vet said that they're not really going to be able to go to like any type of park or anything like that till they're 16 weeks old. So I'm looking at mid-December before I can really take them out walking. So I was hoping to go out a little quicker than that, but I don't want any harm to come to them and them to get sick. So anyway, that's that. Okay, so I'm looking at my clock right now. Like almost 16 minutes I've been talking about puppies, I think. So let me get into a few other things, and we'll try to wrap this up. A lot of you do follow my Instagram page, and some of you do, some of you don't. That's fine, whatever you prefer. But I posted a photo of some donuts I got actually a couple weeks ago. I had this written down to talk about last week, and it was just all puppies. I went to Five Daughters Bakery, and it's mainly donuts, but they also have kind of other pastries as well. And they have this thing called the 100-layer donut. And it's actually a beautiful looking donut, and it's sort of between a croissant and a donut, which I think those were referred to as cronuts, I believe. They just call it the 100-layer donut. So I saw a photo on Instagram of the bakery, and I started following that, and I just happened to mention it to somebody else, and she's like, oh my goodness, I got donuts there the day before. They are fabulous. So I had to go and try them, and I had mixed feelings about the donuts. I ended up getting two. One had a vanilla cream on top of it, and it was also injected into the donut. And then the other one was chocolate, which also had chocolate injected into the donut. So the donuts themselves, without any of the toppings on them, had a really good flavor. I really liked them, but they were extremely greasy. I don't know how else to describe it other than greasy. And I'll be honest with you, I hate being negative, but I gotta be honest, I thought the vanilla cream and the chocolate was kind of disgusting, and it just ruined it for me. They were $4 each. They were really, really big, but $4 for one donut is a bit outrageous. And so I have to admit right now, I don't think I will ever go back. And again, I probably shouldn't have said anything negative about it, but I just want to give you, I don't want to lie to you guys, but it's just one of those things you live and learn. It wasn't worth $4 to me, but I will tell you, if I find out that they have a lemon glaze on top, I probably would go back for a lemon one. I love lemon. So Five Daughters Bakery, if you're in Nashville or Franklin, check them out if you want to. Don't if you don't. The donut itself had a good flavor. I would just avoid the vanilla and the chocolate. Just my opinion. Okay, another interesting thing that happened, I was looking at something about the Apple Watch. I don't know if I saw Instagram, Facebook, just a media report, but I noticed that one of the faces, if you got an Apple Watch, you know what I'm talking about, but you can change the different faces, which I love. And so they had a new one of Minnie Mouse, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I want Minnie Mouse, and I couldn't figure out how to do it. So I ended up looking it up, and you actually have to do an update, and then you can get the new displays, I should say. So you have to update the app on the phone, the Apple Watch app on the phone, and make sure your Apple Watch is connected to its power source when you make your update. So I was doing that, and I noticed on the phone it said it was going to take 1 day to do that, and I went, what? It didn't take that long, but it did tell me, it gives you an estimated amount of time it was going to take to do the update, and it said 1 day, and I went, oh my goodness. But thankfully it didn't take that long. And I love the Minnie, I like the Mickey display as well, but I love the Minnie Mouse display. And it talks to you. You can touch the screen and it'll tell you what time it is in Minnie's voice. And the first thing in the morning when you touch it in the morning, it'll say whatever time, let's say 8 a.m. for example. It'll say, it is 8 a.m. Good morning. And then, so I just think that's funny. I went to, where did I go? I don't want to say it was Sephora, but it was a place that sold perfumes, and I'm almost positive it was Sephora. Yes, it was definitely Sephora, because I love smelling new perfumes. I don't need any new ones, but I'm always looking for different ones. So I smelled the new Chanel number 5. I love the Chanel brand, hence the name of the puppies. But I did not like the new Chanel number 5. In fact, it pretty much disgusted me. I know some people like it, but it wasn't for me, so I will not be purchasing that. My favorite of the Chanel line is Coco. Wait, let me back up for a minute. The Chance Eau Fresh, the green one. I love that one. And then somebody let me smell her the Coco one, and I fell in love with that one. I've sprayed it on myself several times, and I absolutely love it. So during the next VIB Rouge sale that Sephora is having, I do plan on picking up one of the Coco ones. So again, name of the puppies. So I did not like that Chanel number 5 though. Okay, for all of you non-Brits out there, or non-people from the UK, for the Americans out there who love watching British YouTubers, have you guys noticed, and please forgive me if you are from England, I am not making fun of you whatsoever. It's just different cultures, but I love watching British people on YouTube. I love their accents. I love seeing different parts of the world. Just absolutely love it. And so, since it is autumn time, we in the United States typically do not use the word autumnal. And did I even pronounce that right? It doesn't roll off my tongue, let me tell you. We typically say fall. It's the fall time of the year. It's fall of the year. I very rarely even use the word autumn in the United States. Some other people may, but I've never really used it, every once in a while. But I've noticed that so many of these British YouTubers constantly are saying autumnal. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. But I've gotten so tickled, and again, I'm not making fun, but I'm like, I just keep hearing it over and over and over again. I'm like, has anybody else noticed that, or is it just me? But I don't know. I just thought it was just interesting that that's why I think I love watching people from other countries, because of the fact that there's so much different culture. Even though we're all of the human race, just seeing that one little thing, I just don't know. I get a little I just smile about it. You know, I'm not laughing as to make fun, and I keep repeating that. Why am I repeating myself? But I just get joy out of it, I'm going to say, and I just like hearing that. So I thought it was cute hearing that a lot, because it was so out of the ordinary for me, whereas it's completely ordinary for them to say it. So I just thought I would mention that. I am looking at my notes. Another person that is a British YouTuber, I've mentioned her before. Her name is Claire. Claire, I'm not talking about you, no, the Claire that's subscribed to me, but this other girl's name is Claire. I watch her Snapchat a lot. She cracks me up. I have no idea if she's intentionally trying to be funny or not, but she just makes me laugh. And she and her husband went to Florence, Italy. And they were there. I think they may be there right now. And I just got, well, they're still in Italy. They went to Venice, but regardless, they were in Florence. She's doing Snapchatting, and they are coming up on the Duomo. But they came up from the baptistry side of it, so they were crossing, coming up to the baptistry first before they got to the Duomo. If you've ever been to Florence, you know what I'm talking about. If not, just Google the baptistry in Florence, the Duomo in Florence, Italy, and you'll know what I'm talking about. So she saw the baptistry, but I don't think she realized what it was, and it's just ignorance on her part. I would not have known it either if I've not been to Italy and went through the tour, or had a tour, a city tour of Florence. And so there's the huge Duomo, which is the church, and then they have the baptistry, and just a little bit of information. When I was told when I took that city tour of Florence, the baptistry was built in a separate building because back in the day, no one could enter into the Duomo, the church, until they had been baptized. So they had to build a separate building for the baptistry so people could be baptized before they take them into the church. So that's why it's out there. And so she came up on the baptistry first, so that's the way she was walking, and she's looking at it, and I'm going to be paraphrasing some of what she's saying. puppies are really moving around right now, but she said, look at that beautiful cathedral. And she was pointing, showing just the baptistry, and I just got so tickled. I just get so much joy out of watching her on Snapchat. And again, she seems somewhat, oh, what's the word? I'm not even sure, but if you ever watch her, I know her name is Claire, and then her YouTube channel is like, I Am Choquette, and I'm not sure if that's pronounced right, but that's like her blog, her Instagram, her YouTube channel, maybe even her Snapchat channel, but I just get so much joy out of watching her. She just makes me laugh. Anyway, there's that. I also got a new mini tripod for my vlogging camera. I've been using a lot of the other one, and it works really well when I've been doing cooking videos. And so I wanted to get a little bit of a bigger one, so I ordered one off of Amazon, and the top part of it would not fit on either one of my cameras, my vlogging camera or the camera I film on when I'm sitting down talking to you guys. So I went to Target and I got this one. I sent the other one back. I will say this one was double the price of the one on Amazon, but I couldn't use the one on Amazon. It would not fit. So I got this one and I absolutely love it. I have filmed a couple more baking videos for those of you that love my baking videos. They will probably be going up not this week, because I've got the puppy haul this week, and the puppies will not be featured in that haul because I did not have them when I filmed the haul. And then the week after, I've got to edit. I've got two different cookie videos that I'm going to put up, one Wednesday and one the next. So I thought I would do that. And I think there was one other thing. Did I write it down? And then I'm going to wrap up this video because it is a long one. Let's see. I think that's pretty much it for the chat video this week. I think there was something else, but I've talked about so much stuff right now, I guess it doesn't matter whatsoever if I miss something. So I thought I would show you one last look at the puppies, and hopefully you will enjoy that, and I hope you have a blessed and wonderful week. So here is Chanel right here. There she is. Let me grab Coco so you can see them at the same time. And they are so sleepy, and they're so cute. I just love them. Whoops. Sorry, Chanel. I didn't mean to throw you like that. So here they are. I just love them so, so much. And they are a mess, but a good mess. Oh, she is struggling right there. Doesn't like that. And they are so sleepy. So I'm going to go ahead and say bye for now, guys. I hope you have an awesome week. And let me know how your week is doing. I would love to hear from you guys. Bye-bye, everybody.